Yeah. Let's go.
Do we see a green bike in the front? Shakes it down. Webster with a good jump.
Little cloud up the inside. Cloud that comes through.
Jet Beat has done everything right today. 5 seconds to go.
24, ProMX champion. Take a bow, Kyle Webster.
Go hard.
16 grueling races, 8 championship rounds spread over 4 Australian states, and it all comes down to this, the grand finale. Welcome to Queensland Moto Park for the 8th and final round of the Penrite ProMX Championship presented by AMX Superstores. Hello everyone, I'm Lee Hogan alongside former Supercross superstar Danny Ham. Danny, welcome. This series, we've seen everything. We've had multiple mud rounds, we've had ruts, we've had hard pack, sand, everything.
It has absolutely thrown everything at us this year, and including
Pirelli MX2, the championship was all done and dusted at the last round at Toowoomba. Brodie Connolly making it 2 wins in consecutive years.
He's been in a class of his own. That guy is incredible to watch. The bike skill he has shown all year long, the fight backs that he's had to do to get this championship, he's ready to step up into that next class, I think.
He sure is. The Maxxis MX3, it is almost done, but not quite. What a season, what a revelation we have seen with Cade Kingsford.
Look, he is going to be tough to beat today. Mathematically, there is a chance that the other riders potentially could steal this one away, but they're going to have a little bit of luck on his side. Kingsford has just been so good to watch.
And talk about the rider being on the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment. Privateer Honda rider Jet Allstars got the win overall at the last round, and he is just always there at the moment.
And how pumped was he to get that win? Along with many, many people watching it, I'm sure that was going to be something that will flow into this weekend. The confidence is high.
And already wrapping up the championship, making it back-to-back-to-back championships for Charlie Cannon on board the Honda machine. What an amazing rider she is.
She's been on the world stage over in America, absolutely dominant here. She's really been in a class of her own. But Lee, we got a chance to do something a little special at this round. Out here, QMP for the last round. Let's take a look at this track preview.
Welcome to this round's track preview here at Queensland Moto Park, and a huge thank you must go out to Shingleback for supporting our track previews throughout this year. We've got something a little on the special side for you here today.
Yeah, Lee, man, you and I head to head, get out on the track, so why don't you get your bike off the Shingleback moto rack and let's get into it.
All right, let's check this track out. A QMP. All over the back of the ham bone here. He's on a little 250. We're going to second turn here. Across the top. Nice little step down. Try to get some different lines. Duck to the inside. Well, he's some straight line runs right here to the step up. Got to pick the right one, Brad. Nice and smooth. Now look at the different options here. Outside, inside. And already we're starting to get some ruts going down to this corner. We're on the outside. See if you can sweep around him. About to be good. Hand bone around the outside. Whoa! Yeah, done. Ouch! Little bit of whiskey throttle up the inside. Oh, to the wide. Put your back to the outside. Whoa! Try to stop. Spread it up the inside. Into the rollers. Well, off track. Oh! Hammy off the side of the track. Keep it on. You're gonna have to go a little wide here to try to get this jump. Just a bit short. That is wide open. On a 250 to try and get up and over it. Last turn, deep ruts to the inside. Try to go to the inside. inside to be doing it there.
Oh, the last corner pass up the inside.
Let's take our focus now back to the Pirelli MX2, our fastest in qualifying. Noah Ferguson, Brodie Connolly. Will we see this battle continue here that we saw at the last round? Right at Kingsford, Byron Dennis, Reese Budd.
Larwood back there in 6. Yokoyama, Caleb Barham after a good start at Toowoomba looking to keep that roll going. Brock Flynn and Campbell Williams.
Seth Birchall, Travis Olander, Maddock Dixon, Ryan King, the Kiwi, Ty Keane, Jack Kukas, Cody Griffiths, our list goes on.
From the start of practice that we saw yesterday with the rider on screen, that was the 29 of Noah Ferguson. He looked sensational and ready to bring this fight. And right now, looking at those times, he had a good 0.8 of a second faster than Brodie Connolly. Now, there hasn't been many riders this year that have been able to better Brodie Connolly's times at all, let alone by 0.8. That is massive when you look at what we've seen this year so far.
Yeah, correct. And I look over our last round, the penultimate round at Toowoomba, and I think that what it came down to, very, very similar pace from Noah Ferguson and Brodie Connolly. It was the concentration levels, not making any mistakes, and then that ability to just up at 1 or 2% when the last 5 minutes came out that separated Brodie Connolly from everyone else. Does Noah Ferguson have it in him to find that extra 1 or 2% to be able to get his first overall victory for the year? We're about to find out. The drop of the gate in the first of our Pirelli MX2 motos for today. 25 minutes plus a lap.
This one will be good. There's plenty of hungry riders down on the line looking to get that win, the final chance for 2025 as the gates drop down. Good start there for Haruki Yokoyama, as to the 29 machine of Ferguson as they dive to the inside. Connolly is there as well, so is Kingston. How's the move by Connolly?
Connolly just went over 2 ruts, deep ruts. How did he manage to make those tyres stick? That was a brilliant move, and I still think Ferguson must be scratching his head. How did he do that?
As they move their way to the first of the big jumps, Ferguson to the inside. Barham is up there as well. There is Larwood back there in 5th place. Reese Budd right behind him. Birchall's down there in 9th place. Byron Dennis all the way down in 11th as Barham looks to try and make a pass on Kingsford early in this race.
Now, we mentioned earlier, the championship has already been handed out to Brodie Connolly. Around the outside, Noah Ferguson. Did he slingshot around? Do you think he has the lead?
Yep, absolutely. But how about the aggression there to the inside by Connolly as he tried to rebound and get the pass back. 2 wheels in different ruts by Noah Ferguson as the WP Whole Shot Award surprisingly gets awarded to Brodie Connolly.
Wow, what a brilliant fight that we have got here on our hands. This is what we came to see. Ooh. Oh, a little bit of a swing to the side there for Connolly.
We mentioned this at Toowoomba. This is another track with the way it is presented at the moment, that if you override it, it can really reach up and grab you. We've seen that a couple of times here for Connolly, as he would be able to get up and over the step-up. So does Ferguson from the inside. Down to the inside here, big dive, and Ferguson straight back at it.
Wow, what was there, 3 passes in 1 corner just there? This is what we came to see. Connolly back in the lead once again, but Ferguson, this is not the last we've seen from him. He's not going to want to go out like this.
Ferguson has to keep his head about him. He is very fast on the track. He can't let Connolly get inside and start to play with his mind. He needs to learn right now from our race leader, who continues to make these small mistakes.
Yeah, that front wheel just pushed through the mud in the corner a little bit, but he just dabbed the foot and gassed it a little more. And as we can see, didn't cause him too much of a drama time-wise. Right at the moment, this is where Connolly is going to try to run and hide. So Ferguson has to do everything he can to not let that happen.
The lap board's heavy at the moment. The number 5 coming. So all the riders know exactly who is behind them. Larwood just sitting there, stalking the three in front of them. And we get into that part of the track where Kingsford has been so strong. After we get up around these next couple of turns, I feel it's the run down into the gully at the very top of the hill where Kingsford just seems to have a better line or a little bit more momentum and has been holding on a little bit more.
Oh, exceptionally short there on that step up for Connolly. All four of these riders, our first four place getters, all getting closer and closer together. We have still got 16.5 minutes plus a lap to go. Over and under move for Noah Ferguson, and he is trying to set up a line. Prime position here, almost throws it in.
A little bit short just on that tabletop. As Ferguson to the inside, watch him switch to the outside here. He's loved this sweeping line. No, he in fact changes it up, stays in nice and close. Is he close enough to have that pass down the inside in the next couple of turns?
Highest point of the track, easing their way down this sweeping right-hander. Totally different lines around the KTM group corner, trying to stay in these ruts. Can Connolly, he's picked up on that line.
Yeah, he picked up on that one. Not quite up and over the top of that step up. To the inside though, Ferguson with a good run. Looks like he could get him here. If he blocks it out, he does. Ferguson to the lead.
Beautiful passing move there for the KTM rider, but around the outside goes Connolly. Not done yet.
Yeah, Ferguson's inside line does not work there. We said that. He continues to run it. As Connolly looks over at his mechanic, can we see the square back to the inside? Just like on lap number one. In fact, he does.
Oh!
Connolly down.
Face full of dirt there for the champion. What will he do now? Is he going to try to chase off after the leaders again? Tries to wipe the mud off the gloves. But a brilliant move up the inside for Ferguson. And this could be the race that he has needed.
Ferguson, over the last couple of rounds, has been more and more determined. You've seen that mental change out of the KTM rider. He wants this win. Watch this. So out to the outside, squares it to the inside. It's exactly the same line that Connolly went to the lead on the very opening lap. As both the riders onto the back wheel, as we said, of Ryan King just there in 9th place. The 110 machine, they work their way through some of the lapped riders to the bottom part of the circuit and into the rollers. Two separate lines is a good corner, Lee, where you can pick some different lines, and it's all about that run out of the corner and through the rollers that can potentially get those passes made. It wouldn't be too far back behind them. To our race leader will be coming in the shot.
Yeah, that was Tristan Owen there on board the WBR Yamaha machine. The rider originally out of Darwin in the Northern Territory. He's been gifted a nice little ride there. So unfortunately, his time on TV had a unfortunate stall of the motorcycle and got it going nice and quickly.
That lead holds strong for Noah Ferguson on the 29 machine. Oh, tuck of the front wheel as he goes up the top of the hill here towards that step up we spoke of last time. Now he's been going very wide here. I don't know if we'll see the same sort of landing, maybe off the top of this. No, inside of those bumps this time.
Yeah, when you're coming around, when you're in first place and you are lapping riders, and it's a track like this where any rider, you give it any power and it sends up a wall of roost that sticks to you. Anything that touches you doesn't bounce off, it all sticks. Now, whether that's jersey, whether that's going down the back of your pants, whether that's sticking to your goggles, it doesn't matter, it's sticking to you. And you could see there when Noah Ferguson was threading the needle through those lapped riders, he was on the rev limiter. I don't know if that's good for engine heat. I don't think that's too much of an issue at the moment for him though, but he was trying to let these riders know, get out of my way. I don't want to have a bar of you. You are not in the race. You might be in your own race, but you are not currently in my race at the moment.
He has fought for this one. And I don't think that when he left that start line today, there was any doubt that this is exactly where he would be finishing this race in his own mind.
He truly believed that he was going to be in there. Now, I think that coming together with Brodie Connolly, yes, Connolly ended up on the ground. That wasn't intentional. And
And I truly don't think that Noah Ferguson really wanted that to happen. I think he was prepared to battle. Who knows who would have came out on top? And I think we could have quite potentially seen one of the best races of the year. It started off that way.
You started to say before about the riders on different brands. I think this is a good fit. We said it, I believe, at round number 1 that Ferguson looked really comfortable on the KTM. He looked well and truly at home at on this brand. Look at that. He was well and truly off balance there, but just held it wide open and still maintained that speed and that confidence, calm confidence, through that rutted section as he goes through that Pirelli left-hander for the last time in this race.
Yeah, I think that quite potentially, Hammy, I don't know what you think, that last year, being involved in the Superpower sort of Honda team and almost playing second fiddle to Connolly winning everything, even Larwood won around, it takes its toll, doesn't it?
For sure, it is very mentally difficult to pull yourself back from that, but he has done that. He has grabbed himself a beautiful start to the day. He will come around, collect the checkered flag. Moto number 1 goes the way of Noah Ferguson on the 29 machine. Ryder Kingsford with a very welcome second place there. Would love to have been in the fight, but he did show some great speed early on. Maybe we will see that come around in Moto number 2. Larwood across there in 3rd place.
Yeah, great ride from the top 3 there, and as you said, Ryder Kingsford, he showed speed in the first half of the race. Then he will go back into the pits and know, hey, I am in with a chance here of taking the overall. Noah Ferguson with the win, Ryder Kingsford 2nd place, Alex Larwood 3rd, Brodie Connolly, Byron Dennis.
Restart there in 6th. Matic Dixon, Kobe Burke, Seth Birchall found his way into 9th place from a very long way back as Brock Flynn holds on just for 10th.
Campbell Williams dropping just outside of that top 10. Cody Griffiths, Olander, Barham, King, Kukis, Curtis King, the brother of Ryan King there in 17th place. Medson, Phillips and Keane.
Well, let's head down to Trent, who is with our winner.
Yeah, guys, down here with Noah Ferguson. Noah, that was a great race, a good battle early on, and then at the end there, got the win. How's it feeling?
That was, it's long overdue, but good little start, battle with the points leader, but yeah, I was getting slowed up, so I had to make a quick pass and then just, yeah, cruise on home. So pretty happy. First P1 in a while, and yeah, it's taken me this long. I'm pretty pumped.
There you go, motion there, guys.
Well, there we go, racing underway, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come for the day. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Penrite ProMX Championship presented by AMX Superstores. Well, have a look down on the starting line. It is MX3 time. We have got a champion that could potentially be crowned right here, Danny.
Kate Kingsford hasn't looked so good all year long, and I tell you what, Lee, going back through some of the stats, he's been pretty good from here at the beginning of the race. And it's going to be tough to beat him. However, the 42 machine lined up right next to him of Jet Allstars. Picked up his first overall the last time out and will be looking to try and keep that momentum going once again. And through qualifying, there was only 3/10 difference between these two riders as we look at the Maxxis MX3 lineup for Moto number 1, Kate Kingsford, the number 20 machine, just in front of Jet Allstars. Casey Wilmington with a good qualifying position this one. Jackson Fuller and Kai Woods with a broken collarbone, just recently had surgery.
Yeah, that is incredible what Kai Woods is doing just to be out there. Now, when you say pretty good for Kate Kingsford, I say that is a little bit of an understatement. 8 straight Moto wins. He won throughout the middle of the year. What a unstoppable force he has been. But picking it up has been Jet Allsop winning the last round. Now, just for everyone's info at home, he had a massive, massive crash on the last lap of qualifying. Huge hematoma in the bottom of his back. Let's see what he's got here. We are watching for the drop of the gate. Great job out of the starting gate there for Kate Kingsford. And a clear hole shot. Seth Shackleton around the outside. Jack Devison in there as well. There's a rider up the inside trying to pick up who that was.
Oh, Shackleton was there. Was that Wilmington? Maybe. We're trying to pick up those numbers as they come through. Going back a bit further, there was Deegan Rose on the 68. Kai Woods out of nowhere picks up 2 people. Sorry, my apologies. That is Hantis. Kobe Hantis on the 94. Picks up 2 positions through turn number 3. Is Wilmington there in second place? Almost stole away that whole shot. And the 254 of Jack Devison also up there.
Fuller on the factory KTM machine there. He is on the inside line there. Shackleton on the outside. These two, no strangers to each other. It's Fuller that comes on top in that little altercation.
Jake Rumis part of that equation as well as they drop down the bottom of the hill. It is the WP Whole Shot Award being awarded to Kate Kingsford as this battle between Hantis and Devison continues on the opening lap through the Pirelli left-hander for these 2 riders. Currently sit there in 3rd and 4th as they complete their first lap. It will be Kingsford that leads the way at the moment after a few more turns.
I think the messages soon will be coming thick and fast to our race leader, our championship leader, Cade Kingsford. I think you did the calculations, Hammy. I believe he only needs a top 14 or top 15 in this race. And that is if Jet Allsop wins the Moto to wrap up this championship 1 whole race early.
Well, let's look down the leaderboard there for Allsop, and he is all the way down in 16th place. So it is looking very likely at the moment with a clean, mistake-free race that Kingsford could come away with a championship at the completion of this one as he continues to run away with this. 1.5 seconds the gap. And now Hantis has got himself there into second place.
This was the dream start to the Moto for Kate Kingsford, wasn't it? He would know in his speed, his racecraft. It's the drop of the gate and into the first turn, where if anything's going to go wrong, it likely happens there, right?
Being in the mix of the field is always a dangerous spot to be in, especially if you are that championship leader. He did everything right, cleared himself out to the front, and now starts to pull away. 3.2 seconds as we see good battle here from the 52 of Jackson Fuller, trying to get himself around. Jack Devison on the 254. I think so. It says he's done 2 laps.
And just for our viewers at home, a little bit of information. As we know, you would have, if you had have caught last week's telecast from Toowoomba, he had a crash, we thought for sure, out for the remainder of the series after such a good series campaign. Broken collarbone, went in for surgery on Tuesday, got the approval, got the medical clearance, and out here racing this weekend. Was second fastest in his qualifying yesterday. A true testament to his grit and determination.
Jackson Fuller now making that pass into 3rd place over Jack Devison as the scoring on the left updates itself as they go across the first split. All the riders doing that little bounce off the top there over those braking bumps. Devison, though, a little off balance as he lands off the backside of that jump.
Well, that's no problem for him. That's business as usual. If he's only got one and not both feet flapping off the back, then there's something wrong. This kid knows how to pin that throttle wide open. And you can have a look at his movement, how much he moves all over the bike. You've got to use a little bit of energy, but when a rider like this, when he rides with this kind of style and it comes natural to him, that's all he knows.
Little dab of the foot there. It's quite easy to do with the way these ruts have formed up. You can see there we're straight on the exit.
Yeah,
and right there.
The track is so tricky. The ruts. They've got so many different shapes in them, different hooks, some at the start, some at the finish of the corner, but I believe that it's the difference in textures. We've got parts of the track here that are really quite hard. We've got others that's like chocolate cake, perfect. And then you've got soup almost, like slop. And to be able to go from one to the other, it is so tricky.
There is a big move to the inside. That is the 211, just making his way past some more of the lapped riders. Allstars back there in 14th still, behind Townsend, has not been able to advance anymore in those positions.
But you can just see from his body position, the energy, the vibe that he's putting out. He is hurting. He's in a world of pain, Jet Allstars. You got to feel for him a little bit because of how strong he's been in this last part of the series, being one of our only privateers to be up there. I believe our only privateer to win a moto, let alone an overall. But you would have to think that he's showcased himself exceptionally well, put himself right in the spotlight for a lot of these factory teams.
Through the Pirelli left-hander for our race leader, 17.2, the lead stretched back out. 46 seconds on the clock.
I think it's still got 2.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be 10 seconds or so left on the clock when he comes across. So it'll be another 2 laps. Fuller there, just in front of the rest of the riders. Has a bit of a healthy lead though over the next place. as he negotiates these lapped riders as well. Another rider that returned from injury looking very good on these later stage rounds. Continues to grow each time they're out on the track. That skill level.
Absolute postcard weather conditions here for the final round at QMP. We had rain yesterday afternoon, but it has just made the track fantastic today. Beautiful setting we have here in the valley. So picturesque, and the fans have come out in droves. Huge thank you to Maxxis Tyres for being our naming rights sponsor for years on end for the MX3 class, lap 11 of 12. Next time he comes through, it will be that last lap board.
Bounces off the top of that step-up jump there. That one didn't look all that planned, and I think they're just landing short right now and not really caring about it.
Well, he's done it a couple of laps in a row now, so I'm just wondering how sharp are those bumps down the landing ramp. It is a nice big rounded roller of a lander, isn't it? So it's not too much of a drama. I wouldn't want to be bouncing off that lander and landing all the way down where he is in some sharp bumps. That wouldn't be pretty. I don't care what suspension you got on your bike.
Taking his time, he is our race leader, the 20 machine, stretching it out 19.6 seconds at a pace where he is simply just trail riding around now.
He's doing what he needs to do, and I guess he would know well and truly that you don't want to slow your pace down too much. When you're trying to ride it on into a checkered flag, you can back it down 10%, 8%, but you don't want to back it down 20, 30%. All of a sudden, you're hitting bumps and lines and angles of ruts on the track that you're not used to hitting. So needs to just continue riding the bike the way he knows how. There it is. The last lap board has come out. 1 lap to go.
You'd have to think that the mechanics would be pretty happy now. He'll be looking over at them. See the board, yeah.
He is ecstatic.
Well done, champ. I'm sure that's had something about that on that pit board. And he will continue on this pace. No one to challenge him. 20 seconds lead. This here is just a victory lap right now. Drops down into the Shingleback right-hander for the final time in Moto #1. Unfazed by anything so far this race. Picked up that start early and has just ridden away with it since then.
all these rounds, all these races, the weeks in between, everything where you're just like, I've got to put all these hours into practice. I need to tick off these 30-minute motos. I don't want to do anything wrong. I can't afford to have any injuries. It's all fallen into place for him, hasn't it?
Nice stand up into that one. Didn't even bother jumping over it. Taking his time here. Yellow flags are out.
And nice evasive action. You don't want to be risking any form of a penalty at this stage, do you?
Tough part of the track as he works his way through the Pirelli left. Final time. Okay, Kingsford will have a couple of lap riders to negotiate. He will definitely keep those eyes up nice and high, watching what they do, predicting where they go, and taking his time. He'll follow them all the way to the checkered flag if he has to.
Well, Yuriv Konski saw the talent in this young kid, and he has delivered in spades. Absolute domination throughout this series. 5 overall wins and an incredible 8 straight moto wins. He will be your Maxxis MX3 champion for 2025 into the final turn and takes the checkered flag. Cade Kingsford on board the HRC Pro Honda. That is how you do it. Well done, young man.
Longest 20 minutes ever.
Never a truer word said. What a well-executed race. Oh. Brilliant start. There's Yuriv Konski, come in.
That's number 3.
Number 3 ticks off another one. And that one must feel good. Absolute amazing ride. There's Mum. Mum of both Cade Kingsford and Ryder Kingsford.
Well done, mate.
Dad. Nice job. All right, let's take a look at the results. Cade Kingsford with the win. Kobe Hunter, second place. Jackson Fuller in third.
Hayden Draper, we didn't even mention. The New Zealander picks himself up a very solid 4th. Had to pass some people. Shackleton, Devison, Wilmington, Burgess, Morrow, and Caden Strode.
That is a very impressive ride from Hayden Draper. Heath Davey there, junior, up in 11th place. Allsop in 12th. Balin Townsend, Pelicano, Woods in 15th.
15th, that's impressive.
From where he was.
30th. That is a major ride. Let's head down to Trent, who has our champion.
Okay, Kingsford, MX3 champ. How does that feel?
Yeah, I can't give it up. I can't give it up enough for Yuriv. You know, he took a punt on me last year, and it's paying off. And I'm speechless. I mean, I worked for this all year. Want to give a massive thanks to Ross Beaton, Jed Beaton, Yuriv, obviously, Mark Sladdick, Lewis, and everyone who helps. It's a massive achievement, and yeah, I'm stoked.
Well, congratulations on it. Good job to champion here, guys.
There we see, that's a bit of a smile there, Danny. It's like a half smile, and that's about as excited as we are going to see Cade Kingsford strung together an amazing moto win there and a well-deserved champion. Let's take a look at the overall points here. Now that's all said and done. Kingsford, our champion, 356. From Jet Allsop, 296. Kai Woods rounding out the top 3 with a broken collarbone.
Hey, he's had to ride pretty tough to make sure he picked up some points and hold down that position. Shackleton back there in 4th and Devison in 5th.
Riley Burgess, Jackson Fuller, Balin Townsend, Kobe Hantis, Casey Wilmington. Let's not forget, we've still got another moto to go.
Family shots there.
What an investment that was at the end of last year to sign this young kid. Great to be handing out championships here. Don't go anywhere. We've still got plenty more to come. ...2025 Pirelli MX2 champion. Not just champion, but make that back-to-back champion. Brodie Connolly, does this one feel a little sweeter than last year or the one before? Which one would you pick?
Oh, man, I don't know. I've been thinking about that myself too, and nothing will beat you first, but then this one did feel pretty special as well, and yeah, it's cool to wrap them both up with a round to go. But yeah, I mean, any championship's cool, it's hard to pick.
Now, I was going to say, wrapping it up with a double win last weekend, 1 round to go. Thought we might see you on the 450 this weekend. There were rumours about it, but no, we're back on the 250. You want to finish with another dominant round?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I'm heading to America to do the last 3 AMA rounds, so I mean, if I wasn't doing that, I probably would have rode the 450, but yeah, we'll keep trying to get better on the 250 for these next races coming up.
Now have a look at this bad boy, the Polyfloor HRC Honda. She's all done up in nice gold there with the number 1 and the number 88 in there. I thought you might hop on this. Is this just dressed up, or could we see you on this?
I don't know, I'll have to ask Yariv. I asked him yesterday and he said he's only got one of these kits and he wants it looking nice, so no, we might try convince him for tomorrow.
All right, well, it's not very often you get to wrap up one championship, but to do it 2 years in a row, absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations, Brodie Connolly.
Thanks heaps.
Another year in the books for Charlie Cannon, your Easy Lift MXW champion for 2025. Charlie, congratulations. Another one to add to your wall. How does that feel?
No, this is an awesome feeling. Any championship is a great feeling. So to number 4 this year, I'm stoked and keep working for many more. But yeah, to wrap it up one round early is really cool as well. So one more moto tomorrow and I'm going for that other win.
Look, it wasn't an easy year this year. You've battled through some injury as well. It's been a tough one for you. That's got to somehow give you a big boost of confidence when you head into America, when you do finally get back to that full 100% fitness as well.
Yeah, mid-season I broke my finger and it's not really back to normal, but I'm just trying to put that behind and just work on my strength in it. I'm not sure when it will be 100%, but I'm going to head to America and give it all I got and leave nothing behind.
Well, congratulations once again. MXW Championship number 4, 2025.
The KTM Group 65cc futures have been spectacular this season. There was young gun Archie Black crowned champ. After an incredible series campaign, Kate Kingsford has wrapped up the Maxxis MX3 title.
Kate Kingsford, how does it feel to be the champ at MX3 class? That was a great race, but now you're the champ. Does it feel good?
Yeah, I got off to a good start and yeah, that was the longest 20-minute moto I've done in my life. It's kind of hard not to think about it when you're out there riding around. And yeah, I got no words. This whole year's been surreal. Yariv, the whole team, Mark, Lewis, my mechanic, they put in endless amounts of hours, and to repay it today with a championship and that moto win is it's unbelievable.
And a whole team behind you as well. It makes it very easy when you have one of the teams there pushing you all the way.
Yeah, they're winning all the championships so far and last year, so there's no shortage of knowledge and experience there, and everyone works together. It's a great environment to be in, and yeah, I'm just stoked.
Congratulations, MX3 champ.
All smiles for the man himself, Kate Kingsford. Well, not really smiles, but that's what we expect from him. Let's have a look at the Honda highlights. What a jump out of the gate it was from the number 1, not number 20, carrying the number 1, but he wasn't to get the whole shot.
No, Jake Rubens was that rider that snuck around the inside, collecting that all-important hole shot. He positioned himself very well. Morrow went down early in this one. Not what you want to do on lap number 1. You can see the streams there of roll-off. Vision a problem throughout this one, but great battles up front as Allstars began to move forwards, as too did Hantis, almost making the double pass.
Here, coming back onto the track there and collecting on his way through with the battle between Seth Shackleton and the number 96 of Hayden Draper was a great one that we saw for a good couple of laps. All out the head of the pack by himself. Cade Kingsford was unstoppable.
Continue to stretch out that lead as we saw here. A small mistake by Hantis, a little bit wide, but did not take him too long to get back to the back wheel of Allstars, and eventually enabling himself to make that pass and put himself into second for a 2-2 finish on the day.
It's all about the number 1, Kate Kingsford. Did exactly what needed to be done, making it another double victory here at the final round. Getting the high fives and the accolades from the team principal, Yariv Konski.
Such a great field of riders here. This is truly the talent pool for Australian motocross. And we'll see big things out of all of these riders as we move through the upcoming years. Kate Kingsford, of course, out on top with Allstars there in second. Woods holding on, injured and all, with third in this championship. So it's been a solid performance, as we said, by all of these riders. Shackleton fought it to the end, not quite getting there, and Devison fifth in this championship.
Jackson Fuller in sixth place, Kobe Hantis, Riley Burgess, Balin Townsend, and Casey Wilmington rounding out the top 10.
An incredible performance by this rider for the entire year long. He has faced some challenges through the way, had to fight for it, and today he really had to fight for it as well. We look for the Pirelli MX2 Moto number 2 lineup. Noah Ferguson fastest out there earlier on. Connolly, Ryder Kingsford had a good Moto number 1. Byron Dennis, Reese Budd, Larwood, the list goes on.
Birchall, Olander, Dixon, Ryan, King, Ty Keane. Now, like you said, Noah Ferguson, he come up trumps in Moto 1 with a fantastic victory. He is staring down the barrel of potentially his first overall win for the year. Can he do it?
As the rest of the riders roll through there, they are on the gate ready to go in this one. Moto number 2, the last hit out for the Pirelli MX2 in 2025. Do we see yet another big start for Connolly? Ferguson's been strong off the gate as well.
Well, we're in the starter's hands now. 15-second board is up. The riders will be looking. They'll be doing all the last-minute checks, making sure everything is all good, ready to go. Going over their format, what they do step by step. Let's not mess it up. 5-second board, and the focus goes down to the gates.
Start out in the middle once again. Ferguson, what a start. Connolly's there as well as to Haruki Okiyama. Oh, Ferguson has been pushed wide. Connolly wants to prove a point in this one.
What a statement move that was up the inside from Brodie Connolly, returning the favour that was handed out to him in the first moto.
Larwood there as well on the number 5 machine as they get a big run up the hill. Ferguson was in this position in Moto number 1. Kingsford there as well. Oh, inside.
What has happened to Larwood? Bike problem. Put his hand up and just rolled off to the side of the track.
That is not what you want to do, and luckily he was on the very edge of the track. No one was to run into him, so we have a carbon copy.
Okay, so he's reaching down.
What a shame.
That bike up. Devastating.
Okay, looking back through the field, Dennis has got himself a great start as well. Caleb Barham is there in 7. Campbell Williams, who was up there, as to Matic Dixon. Coming through in this little group, there is Ryan King, the 110. There's Williams on the number 8, just behind them. Seth Birchall, who was another rider that flowed through towards the end of that race. As the WP Holeshot Award gets awarded, and only just to Brodie Connolly as they cross that line. Now, as we said, Lee, similar positions as Moto number 1 as these guys battle it out for these minor places at the moment. Olander is in there amongst this, as to Brock Flynn. Plenty of riders in the mix ride here. It's good to see Haruki Okiyama out there as well after he had a crash in Moto number 1. I saw on our screens that he was being attended to, so good to see him back up there and running. Nice little square up line there across the very inside, around the left-hander there to the Pirelli.
25 minutes plus a lap, the duration here for Pirelli MX2 Moto number 2, and we are already down to 21 minutes 30 seconds plus a lap to go. The gap now 3 seconds from Connolly back to Ferguson, trying to make a bit of a statement here. I'm the boss. I want to come out on top. I've already wrapped up the championship here. Let's see what you got.
As all the riders funnel through the easy lift, right-hander struggling to get up over that step up. There is Birchall diving to the inside of Brock Flynn on the number 60. Oh, down goes King. So unfortunate for King, just got himself a little bit cross-rutted leading into that. Whether that was assisted by Haruki, I'm not sure, I didn't really see. No, by Campbell Williams, in fact.
Yeah, so there's a little touch of the front end there as he was coming across.
They continue to battle it out as we see around the outside. Reese Budd with a big move. But Campbell Williams doesn't want to give that one up just yet. Fights back, holds down that position as he looks to try and find a way around the number 60 machine. It's a long way to the outside.
There was no way that Campbell Williams was backing off there. No, like he was committed to wide open. You could put a brick wall in front of him there. He was not slowing down. That was commitment.
Bud needs to go to the inside. Oh! Little creative there as he moves. Be aggressive push.
I think, as James Stewart would call, the suggestive markers.
This is suggestive. Here we go. On the replay. Here was that pass attempt by Bud.
Oh, that just started the red mist in the goggles, didn't it?
Well, it's going to fire one of them two riders up, no doubt. Oh, who was that? 321 has gone down. That is unfortunate. That there being Cody Griffiths. Oh, what a run there by Dixon. Up and over the top, side by side.
But how about the momentum from Flynn? He just held it on through that lowest part of the G-out, right the way through the straight line ruts. Dixon around the outside trying to get that pass back. But the Western Australian, Brock Flynn, trying to triple his way up. He needs to be careful here. A little bit of a mistake. Well, how is this going to play out in the next corner? Both lines, they don't come together, but these two are like right next to each other for a good 3 corners now. Someone has got to eventually come out on top here.
Both riders very short on the step up. Dixon has the inside going into the last turn. 2 separate ones. No, they come together. Dixon, both feet off, manages to stay upright, and he will get that pass made.
What an incredible passage of riding we just saw between these two. It is not over yet.
Flynn would love to get back up there by the looks of things.
That has got to make the highlights reel.
Yeah. Here we go. Here is the pass into the last turn. 2 ruts coming together. Both riders doing very good not to go down there.
It's got to stretch the groin on both sides.
So Dixon finds himself there into 6th place now as they go over the finish line. So very much heating up between 2nd and 3rd right now as Connolly continues to stretch it out. I just saw the top of screen there.
And we just saw the 2nd rider that I've seen to find that line far left. And also, not quite on the line that we were talking about for Ryder Kingsford, but Connolly, beautiful.
Kingsford's made the pass. I don't even know where Ferguson is. Obviously, he's got to just
saying
that
a little bit. 1.7 seconds behind, so by rights, he should pop into the screen right there.
So, as it stands,
wow,
with points,
right on points.
Not quite. 45 points for Noah Ferguson, 44 for Kingsford. That pass is in fact put him in the 2nd for the overall today, and Connolly 43 points in 3rd for the round. Burke in the background, holding off Olander. They drop down the hill. What a shot. Olander with a big brave run to the inside, looks over. He knows he's got this pass made. The 275 machine puts himself there in to 12th place.
He was completely cross-rutted, but still made the pass. The number 714 there, Kobe Burke. Just gone back a position there, but Olander, now he finds himself all over the back of Reese Budd. Just needs to regain his composure once again. Olander there up the inside, totally different lines, Budd around the outside.
Olander's moving forward. Final lap for our race leader as he works across the top of the hill through the KTM group right-hand turn. Lofts the front wheel up over a few bumps, picks up the rut nice and early, and moves his way towards the step up the final time. The number 1, very deserving this year and last as he works his way to the finish.
Well, it's another win here in a Moto. He is our champion for 2025. How about some style there? Back-to-back champion, 2024, 2025, on board the Polyfloor Honda HRC machine. Gives a thumbs up to his competitor. I dare say that would have been Ryder Kingsford coming through in 2nd place. But with 1 turn to go, his first victory for the year A little bit of a tip over there from a lapped rider, but Noah Ferguson will take the win overall today. The final round here at QMP, that win that he so desperately wanted. Incredible ride from these guys, but it's all about Noah Ferguson. Third place in the Moto overall on the day. Let's take a look. Race winner, Brodie Connolly. Ryder Kingsford in second, Noah Ferguson in third, Byron Dennis, the lonely fourth place, and Caleb Barham in fifth.
Yokoyama there in sixth place in front of that huge battle. Flynn, Birchall, Olander, Williams, and a few other riders amongst that incredible fight to the checkered flag.
Great battles throughout the top 10. Maddock Dixon just outside in 11th place. Kobe Burke, Bruce Budd, Jack Koukas, Ryan King in 15th. Ty Keane, Curtis King, Nicholas Medson, Patrick Martin. And on that note, let's head down to Trent.
Yeah, guys, down here with the champ at winning the final moto, third overall. Good way to finish up 2025, hey?
Yeah, I'm stoked. Obviously, bit of a bummer that first moto. I felt quite uncomfortable. The track was tricky, but happy to turn around for the second moto and get a win. And yeah, it's been an awesome season. I just can't thank my team enough. They're absolute legends. My mechanic, Jai, all my family and friends, got quite a few of them here this weekend, which is cool too. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome job. Second place over here. Ryder Kingsford, good fight in that second one, and that pass on Ferguson got you this second overall, and good way to finish your championship.
Yeah, would have liked that top spot today, but unfortunately I just didn't quite have it for the boys. Yeah, I just want to say a massive thanks to the whole team, Wardy, Bish, Benny. They do massive efforts this year, and yeah, I'm really glad to pay them back with a little bit of podium, and yeah, I feel really good, and let's go win Supercross.
There you go, and your winner today, guys, the KTM Racing Team rider, Noah Ferguson. Did you settle there? You just want to get that overall win? Did you know what it took?
Yeah, I just settled in. Brodie ran away, so I just tried to lock into his lines, but the boys were on it in the second one, and then obviously a costly, massive mistake out the back and just come up short on those hard jumps. But want to give it up to the team. We've worked hard this year, and to celebrate with my first overall, I'm stoked. So yeah, I can't thank it up to everyone. KTM Australia, 747 Inc., Fellowbar, Brick and Blocks, Serco, Seven, Bell. Yeah, I'm stoked.
There you go, MX2 podium, guys.
Here we see the podium for this round, the final round. Our winner, Noah Ferguson. Second place on the day, Ryder Kingsford, and third place, Brodie Connolly. Let's take a look at the championship points when it was all said and done. Brodie Connolly, 378. Ryder Kingsford, 329. Noah Ferguson, 304. Alex Larwood, 272. Byron Dennis, 257. Cosford, 199. Burke, Birchall, Reese Budd, Caleb Barham, top 10. As the celebrations begin, and will continue for quite a while, I dare say. Well, round 5 of the My Bike Australian Superbike Championship presented by Moto that heads next to Queensland Raceway, August the 8th to the 10th, as we kick off the last half of the series. And Danny, this one you don't want to miss out on, coinciding with the supercars.
Two action sports side by side at a venue like this. Absolutely incredible. Make sure you get down to it.
Make sure you head across to asbk.com.au to get your tickets and come watch this incredible sport trackside. That's very cool. 4 of a kind championships history repeats, back-to-back 24 and 2025. Well, that's a wrap on season 2025 of the Penrite ProMX Championship presented by AMX Superstores. A season that provided us with incredible racing and so much action. A huge congratulations to all the championship winners in their respective classes. On behalf of Danny Ham, Trent Marr and myself, Lee Hogan, along with all of the championship partners and supporters, thanks for your company over the last 8 rounds. We'll see you next year as we kick off a brand new season of ProMX. Goodbye for now.